We'll start soon. We're having some technical problems with the Zoom. Good evening, everybody. Today is December 11th. Welcome to the Planning and Zoning Board. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the convocation. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us together today. May we make the right decision for our city and our constituents. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Meeting guidelines. The following guidelines apply to today's Planning and Zoning Board meeting. Any person, whether participating via the web platform, telephonic conferencing, or physical presence at City Hall, interested in making comments or posing questions on any item of the agenda may do so during the meeting. Members of the public may hear the meeting live through telephonic conferencing using any telephone or cellular phone service. A smart device or computer are not necessary to participate in the meeting if you join by phone. All persons participating via the web platform will be muted during the meeting until called upon to be heard. Participation through Zoom requires a computer or smart mobile device with a microphone and web camera. A participant may elect to participate in the meeting using audio only or appear through both audio and video. The video functions of all participants appearing through video will be turned off until called upon to be heard. All lobbyists must register with the Planning and Zoning Board prior to item being heard. A maximum of 4 speakers in favor and 4 speakers in opposition will be allowed to address the Planning and Zoning Board on any item. Each speaker's comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Roll call. Mr. Perez is absent. Mr. Mason is absent. Mr. Iglesias,
Here.
Mr. Jimenez,
Present.
Mr. Ulloa,
Here.
Mr. Santiesteban,
Here.
Mrs. Enriquez.
Here.
We have a quorum. Administration of oath to all applicants and anyone who will be speaking before the board on any item.
Anyone who's going to be speaking before the board, please rise and raise your right hand. Si vas a hablar a frente de esta junta, por favor, levántese y levante su mano derecha.
El señor de atrás también va a hablar. Okay. Do you affirm to tell the truth before this board? ¿Usted jura decir la verdad ante esta junta? Okay, let the record show that they agreed to tell the truth. Summary minutes or copy of the audio files of the proceedings before the Planning and Zoning Board shall be prepared and submitted to the City Council before its hearing. The Planning and Zoning Board recommendations for the following public hearing requests will be heard by the City Council at its scheduled meeting of Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. LU 1. Small scale map amendment from medium density residential to high density residential. Property is located at 35-37 West 14th Street, Hialeah zoned R3 multiple family district. Applicant Cesar Mestre, Esquire, on behalf of Real Deal Investors LLC. So the applicant Cesar Mestre has requested to table this item until further notice.
Second the motion?
So we have a motion by Mr. Ulloa, second by Mr. Iglesias. He did not specify, so
Okay.
Okay.
So then it'll need to be re-advertised.
Yeah.
at least. Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so Mrs. Enriquez,
Yes.
Mr. Santiesteban,
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa,
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez.
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias,
Yes.
item has been tabled until further notice.
Want these back?
Yes, please.
Will you please pass these down?
Already.
Oh, you
done
want-
already.
All right.
Did already.
Oh, just me. Okay. So we're gonna close. Okay, so this closes the part of the land use, and now we're gonna open the Planning and Zoning Board meeting.
Item number 1. Approval of Planning and Zoning Board summary agenda of November 13th, 2024 as submitted.
Need a motion?
Motion to approve. Second the motion?
We have a motion by Mr. Ulloa, second by Mr. Iglesias. Mrs. Enriquez,
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa,
Yes.
Mr. Santiesteban,
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez,
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias.
Yes.
Item has been approved. A written decision and resolution will be prepared and presented for review to the City Council. The City Council is authorized to affirm with conditions or override the decisions by resolution. After the resolution is adopted, contact a member of the City Clerk's office to obtain a copy of the final decision and resolution. Upon your receipt of the final decision and resolution, contact the building department to obtain your required building permit. Summary minutes or a copy of the audio files of proceedings before the Planning and Zoning Board shall be prepared and submitted to the City Council before its hearing. The Planning and Zoning Board recommendations for the following public hearing requests will be heard by the City Council at its scheduled meeting of Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. Item number 2 is a tabled item from our last meeting, November 13th, but the applicant has requested to remain tabled.
Motion to table. Second the motion?
You don't need it. It remains tabled.
Okay, so
No
no
action.
Okay.
No action. So item number 2, no action. It remains tabled. Item number 3. Final decision to allow interior west side setback of 4.5 feet where 6.5 feet are required for an existing aluminum roof to be legalized. Property is located at 461 East 34th Street, Hialeah zoned R1, one family district. Applicant Nilo Diaz.
Adelante. Sí, necesitas venir al podio para leer el caso.
Sí, mi nombre es Nilo Díaz,
¿Y su dirección?
786-299-461
No, su dirección.
East 34 Street, Hialeah.
Gracias. Ella va a leer el caso y después podemos hablar, ¿ok?
Ok.
This property is located on the north
Microphone.
This property is located on the north side of East 34th Street between East 4th Avenue and East 5th Avenue. The property is a single-family home originally developed in 1948 with approximately 936 square feet, according to the city's microfilm. At this time, the structure has 1,491 square feet, according to Miami-Dade County records. Therefore, additions have been built without the benefit of a building permit. The current owner purchased the property in 2011, and at this time, this is not a homestead property. The property received a code enforcement violation regarding work without a permit for illegal enclosures in the back and possible illegal residential units. The submitted plans reflect an addition including a master bedroom with an exterior door on the side and an adjacent aluminum terrace that could very well be an independent living unit. Other additions to be legalized are a laundry and a bathroom located on the east side of the house, under a terrace that also includes an outdoor cooking area and a terrace expansion adjacent to the north. The applicant is requesting a final decision to allow a reduction of the west side setback to 4.5 feet where 6.5 feet are required to be able to legalize the aluminum terrace adjacent to the bedroom addition on the rear west side of the house. In general, reduced side setbacks are not recommended since they limit access to the rear of the house in case of an emergency, and also because they impact the privacy of the adjacent property. Given that the existing terrace and terrace expansion to be legalized have an area of 516 square feet, the bedroom addition could very well have a door connecting to it. This interior side door connecting to the main house terrace would make the house layout more consistent with a single-family house use by eliminating the need of an exterior side door and the need for an additional terrace. This layout would also prevent the conversion of the addition into an independent living unit. In light of these considerations, the reduced setback request shall be denied, the exterior side door eliminated, and the side terrace demolished. The recommendation is denial.
¿Necesita que se lo traduzca?
La propiedad en esta aplicación está ubicada en el lado norte de la calle 34 del Este, entre la avenida Cuarta y Quinta del Este. La propiedad es una vivienda unifamiliar, originalmente construida en 1948 con aproximadamente 936 pies cuadrados, de acuerdo a los récords de la ciudad. En este momento, la estructura tiene 1,491 pies cuadrados, de acuerdo a los récords de Miami-Dade County. Por lo tanto, adiciones fueron construidas sin el beneficio de un permiso. El dueño actual compró la propiedad en el año 2011 y en este momento no tiene el homestead en su propiedad. La propiedad recibió una violación del Departamento de Código por trabajos sin permisos referentes a cerramientos en la parte de atrás y posiblemente unidades ilegales. Los planos sometidos para la aplicación muestran una adición incluyendo un dormitorio master con una puerta exterior en el lado lateral y una terraza de aluminio adyacente que podría tranquilamente ser una unidad independiente. Otras adiciones a ser legalizadas son un lavadero, un baño localizado en el lado este de la casa bajo una terraza que también tiene un área para cocinar al exterior y una expansión de la terraza adyacente hacia el norte. El aplicante está solicitando una decisión final para permitir una reducción del retiro lateral a 4.5 pies, donde 6.5 pies se requieren, para poder legalizar la terraza de aluminio adyacente a la adición del dormitorio en la parte de atrás y del oeste de la casa. En general, los retiros laterales reducidos no son recomendados porque limitan el acceso a la parte de atrás de la casa en caso de una emergencia y también porque impactan la privacidad de la propiedad adyacente. Dado que la terraza existente y la expansión de la terraza a ser legalizada tienen un área de 516 pies cuadrados, la adición del dormitorio podría muy bien tener una puerta conectando a esa terraza interior y una puerta. Esa puerta conectando a la casa principal con la terraza haría que la distribución de esa adición sea más razonable y parecido a una vivienda unifamiliar, eliminando entonces la necesidad de una puerta exterior y la necesidad de una terraza adicional. Esta distribución también haría que fuera difícil convertir la adición en una unidad de vivienda independiente. Debido a estas consideraciones, el setback reducido debe ser denegado, la puerta del exterior lateral debe ser eliminada y la terraza lateral debe ser demolida. La recomendación es denegar la aplicación.
¿Tiene alguna pregunta o comentario? Comments or questions?
Sí, ¿cómo se llama? Pero la puerta tiene acceso a la casa. Tú sabes, que es un edificio, pero tiene ¿cómo es?
Bueno, no se
Pero
puede tener.
entra y sale.
Lo que pasa, señor, no sé, esto es una vivienda unifamiliar y no se pueden tener efficiencies. De esto se trata todo esto, que por eso no se lo estamos permitiendo, porque lo tiene que integrar a la casa y tiene que volver a convertir todo en una vivienda unifamiliar. Los efficiencies no están permitidos.
You need to translate, you need to translate, Deborah.
You just said that is the access to the efficiency. So this is exactly why we are denying this application, because single family homes cannot have efficiency.
Pero es chiquito.
Ujú.
Fíjate, yo tengo familia, tengo que ponerlo ahí. ¿Qué voy a hacer yo?
Sí, pero usted tampoco vive en la casa.
Sí, yo vivo en la casa.
¿Y por qué no tiene el homestead exemption en la casa?
Yo llevo años aquí, nunca he puesto la extensión en la casa. Porque dije que si ganan más de $30,000, no sé, yo nunca lo quería poner. Me gusta estar en la línea y esto. Bueno, no va a ser cosa que yo ponga la extensión, pero yo vivo ahí desde que lo compré. Yo vivo ahí en esa.
He does not have a homestead exemption. He says he lives there.
Yo nunca he tenido extensión en ninguna casa que viví.
If you live in a house and you're renting the house for profit, the property appraiser will not, if it's a certain amount, the property appraiser won't allow you to have the homestead exemption. So
Exactly.
that's what he's doing with the efficiency.
Yeah. Okay.
So through the chair. So he's basically following the rules, I guess, from the homestead exemption
Well,
side.
well, he's not following, I mean,
No, I mean, not the,
it's not it's just that the homestead, they won't allow you to have a homestead exemption.
yeah, of course.
If you have that, somebody else living where you're profiting.
Okay. Thank you.
So well, this clears up everything. No? He has the efficiency. He cannot have the efficiency. So
Through the chair. So he has to take out the door, the
He-
aluminum
he
terrace
has
to
to-
legalize it.
he has to legalize all the additions that were done without permit
Of course.
and eliminate the efficiency.
Yeah.
Through the chair. Maybe he might need more time. ¿No sería mejor para usted si tomara más tiempo y arreglara las delincuencias que tiene?
If he fixes everything, he doesn't need any variance. He doesn't need any variance.
sí,
He
tiene
can
la
do that
puerta que
without
entra.
any.
Por el lado entra y entra a la casa. Es
But
como si fuera
he's
una
paying for this
habitación en la
right now,
casa.
this meeting, doesn't he?
He's paying for what? He
I thought
did-
he had to pay something.
No.
The only way he can't, the only way he legalizes is removing the efficiency because he's in an R1, he can't have it. So, I mean, he can't have an efficiency. So if he removes the efficiency, that clears up the whole
Well,
issue.
if he removes that, he came here for a roof. if he removes that roof, but also the violation is because they assume that he has illegal units, and now it's evident
yeah,
he
he
has
just
illegal
admitted to it, yeah.
units. Yeah. So the violation will continue.
Correct.
Yeah.
Usted
So-
tiene
un
la,
pedacito chiquito.
usted tiene la
y
oportunidad para
entra,
quitar
puede y sale.
es que usted no puede tener efficiency. Usted puede quitar el efficiency.
The best thing for him is that you deny this,
Yeah.
he eliminates that roof on the side, and then he's on his own to do the legalizations. Retaining him here won't help him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through the chair.
Cerrar la puerta.
Yes.
Um, I'm trying to understand.
Ay, no hay cocina, yo no tengo cocina ahí. Atrás lo que tengo en la terraza ahí. Yo tengo permiso el techo y todo, porque da permiso yo lo saqué. Pero afuera lo que hay es un fregadero que para lavarse las manos y eso, pero no hay cocina afuera, ni el edificio de cocina tampoco.
Oh,
What-
we
what
need,
I'm-
wait, we need to
Eso es un
we need to
cuarto
translate what he's
cerrado.
saying.
No
Well-
tengo cocina.
Déjanos traducir.
The option that you have is
Translate,
to,
translate what
la
he said
opción que
first.
usted tiene.
Deborah,
Sí.
please translate what he just said first.
Okay. ¿Qué dijo?
He mentioned that he has no kitchen inside
he-
and that outside is only a
to
sink to wash their hands.
Through the
Yeah,
chair.
Bueno,
but
aquí
he,
cuatro
he,
paredes
he
de
admitted
edificio.
that he has
Es
an
un cuarto
efficiency
para
and he
dormir.
rents it.
Pero yo no tengo rentado eso ni nada de eso. Yo voy. Vive la familia.
Okay, what I'm trying to understand is it says that the applicant is requesting a final decision to allow reduction of the west side setback to 4.5 feet where 6.5 feet are required to legalize the aluminum terrace adjacent to the bedroom. Now, these 6.5 feet, is that from where the fence of the neighbor ends and is-
From the property line to the roof. And
where
that,
the roof
yeah.
begins?
yes,
So you need 6.5 feet.
yes.
So the only thing that he's asking is for 2 feet.
Well, yeah, but when you look at this, you look at everything, you look at the whole situation. What is doing that terrace? That terrace is favoring the efficiency because now you have the bedroom and you have an independent terrace to make that private.
Yeah, no, but I'm just trying to understand step by step. This is what he wants.
This is the only thing that he cannot legalize without a variance. He still needs to this won't solve his issue because he still needs to prepare the building plans and come to the building department. So the best thing for him, there are two things he can do. He can go and apply for a homestead exemption now before I think it's March. And once he has the homestead exemption, he can come and ask for an elderly affordable housing or for a extended family living quarters, and in that way he can legalize the efficiency.
Right.
But the way it is now that he doesn't have that homestead exemption, there's nothing he can do.
Right, but I'm kind of stuck on the first part, trying to understand.
Well, but the
Like-
the first goes with everything. You
No,
look
no,
at everything in
I
the
know
with the
everything,
context,
but
no?
like I'm trying to go piece.
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
The first part, I'm not in disagreement with the
Yeah,
second.
yeah, yeah.
But the first part, he just wants 2 feet. That's his hardship, so that he could legalize. Like I'm forgetting that there's an efficiency or anything. It's 2 feet, and it says that reduced side setbacks are not recommended since they limit access to the rear of the house in case of
Exactly.
emergency.
Yes.
How is that limiting?
The fire department needs like a clearance of 10 feet, 5 feet, the minimum.
So
And he
because
has two.
the pole is gonna be in the way, is that what it is?
I don't know the details of.
No,
the
because I'm looking
construction.
at it in the computer.
Well, he's having 4.5 feet, but you have to look at everything as a context. You don't want he can very well, that terrace, he needs to legalize the terrace. So he can very well, while he's legalizing everything that he needs to do, he can make the terrace smaller and comply with the 6.5 feet. It's not big deal to do that.
So what you want is 6.5 feet outside the terrace so people could walk through.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. ¿Usted entiende por qué estamos aquí?
Sí.
¿Por qué?
Porque necesitaron ir por conmigo que tengo una violación ahí
Porque usted tiene un techo. Yo estaba tratando de entender. Usted tiene un techo que entre el techo y la cerca del vecino solo hay 4 pies y medio.
no, 5 pies yo tengo ahí.
Bueno,
4 y
5
medio.
pies. Vale.
Sí, 5 sí.
Pero la ley requiere 6.
Pero es un poste y dos columnitas lo que hay ahí.
Sí, yo sé. Yo lo estoy viendo aquí. Pero la ley requiere 6. Entonces tú estás pidiendo 2 pies que te den para que puedas legalizar eso. Pero el problema es que se ve que hay un apartamento ahí, y entonces la señora Débora estaba explicando que si usted quiere legalizar eso, tiene que hacer la casa su homestead, tiene que aplicar el homestead y después venir a la ciudad para que le legalicen el efficiency. Eso es todo.
El extension home.
Correcto. Y el homestead no tiene nada que ver con sus ingresos. Es simplemente decir que usted vive ahí, si esa es su casa primaria
Sí, sí.
y no tiene otro homestead, usted tiene derecho a tener el homestead y eso es una protección. Entonces, la recomendación es negarle esto, pero no sé lo que usted quiere hacer, si quiere más tiempo o quiere proceder, como usted quiera.
Ok, más tiempo, ok.
Lo que pasa es que esto no se, this won't be resolved in one meeting or two. The best thing for him is to withdraw the item if he doesn't want to have the denial and then come back when he figures out what he's going to do. I think that tabling this is making us have more paperwork and then having something there like a status that is nothing. So the best thing is to withdraw the application and when you're sure of what you want to do, you come back.
So Deborah, do you recommend we withdraw the application? He goes and applies for homestead exemption?
Yes,
Um,
if he really lives there and he wants to have the second unit either for the family or for renting it, there is a possibility to do that.
Mm.
But before having that ability, he will need to legalize it. First, the homestead.
Does that cost
Yes.
him more?
Yeah, a lot more.
No. Does it cost him to reapply if he withdraws the application?
Well, we can
work on
honor
it.
what he
Okay.
paid.
Ok.
Eh,
La otra opción es que se puede retirar la aplicación y entonces usted arregla todo lo que tiene que arreglar y entonces ellos tal vez le dan un crédito para reabrirlo.
Ok.
Tendrías que tienes que
Sí.
hacer el homestead exemption, legalizar el efficiency con la ciudad y después podemos
De esa-
hacer este proceso de nuevo.
De esa forma evita que le tenga una negación porque se ve negativo para la propiedad.
The
Perfecto.
homestead exception is a benefit. Es un beneficio el homestead exemption. You
Sí,
get
sí.
your taxes reduced, va a pagar menos taxes. Y
Sí,
no le pueden subir los taxes más de un cierto porcentaje
3%.
por año.
Through the
Sí.
chair.
Bueno, este año me subió 837.
bueno, si
Bueno,
hubiese tenido el
23.
homestead no lo hubiese subido más de 3%.
Through the chair.
Yeah.
¿Qué tiempo lleva viviendo en la propiedad? How long have you been living in the property?
11 años.
11 años.
Y en su licencia de conducir tiene la dirección
Sí,
de la
sí.
persona. Bueno, entonces go and apply for the homestead exemption. Yeah.
Sí,
Eso se
aplica-
hace en el
aplica
downtown.
eso.
Yeah.
Principal, mira lo del homestead exemption. Otra opción también, no sé por el tiempo, que primero haz eso para poder legalizar la casa.
Ok.
Número dos, mire there's a senior exemption too with the county.
Also, yeah.
Hay
yeah.
uno del senior que también te puede ayudar. Arriba es como, y long term too. There's one with the
Yeah.
municipal que hay, puedes tener tres, pero todo es dependiendo en el tiempo que lleva en la casa. Averigüe eso porque eso lo va a ayudar a usted en los
Sí, sí,
impuestos. Y yo
claro.
entiendo cómo es los impuestos de la clase. Créame, yo pago por una cosita así $9,000 y ojalá lo pudiera coger.
No, ya que va por 6,000, este año me subió
No, yo completamente entiendo.
833. Aquí lo tengo, mira. aquí
Pero
está.
primero haga el homestead
Ay,
para poder legalizar eso, hacer todo lo que tengas que hacer y después en el futuro mire esos otros dos, que es
El
which one is it?
condado,
El condado, creo que es el senior y el
El-
municipal, que hay uno también para en la ciudad. Pero todo cae en el tiempo que usted vive. A lo mejor no cae porque 11 años.
Sí, porque son 11 años.
pero el homestead
Ah.
exemption sí lo puedes hacer.
Sí, el de homestead sí. Eso es lo primero que tienes que
Ya,
hacer.
ya, yo tengo 85, que ya son unos cuantos.
Sí, si tienes el senior, aunque sea ahí.
Sí, claro.
Ahí lo tienes. Sí.
Nilo, ¿quiere la dirección de donde tiene que hacer el homestead? ¿Quiere
Sí,
la
yo la
dirección? Sí, 111 Northwest, primera calle, el séptimo
Northwest.
piso, piso 7. Entonces tiene que hacer el homestead y después volver y aplicar para legalizar el efficiency. Pero tiene que decirle a ella si quiere retirar.
The legalization, he can start the legalization because he has an open code enforcement. So what you have to put in the plans is that you're going to remove that roof, that you're going to close the door and start working on the plans for the rest. Sí. Because code enforcement has an expiration. He cannot be forever with that thing. So we are telling him to do the homestead so he can legalize the efficiency. But meanwhile, you can start with the plans and you can submit the plans and start legalizing other things that you have to learn.
We have to close the door and eliminate the efficiency or
Not necessarily.
No, for now, to
Oh,
start
yeah.
the plans, and then once he has the homestead, he makes a revision to those plans and he puts the door and the second unit. But meanwhile, doing the plans and all that takes a long time, and code enforcement won't wait for a year. He will be fined $200 per year, so he has
Right.
to rush and start doing that.
Through the chair.
Yes.
¿Y usted está casado?
¿Eh?
¿Es casado o
Sí, casado, pero no, tú sabes, estamos,
viven
No.
juntos? Sí.
sí,
Ok, no, ok. Porque hay otro más, pero no está bien.
estamos juntos, pero no los papeles firmados
Ah,
hace
ok.
60 años. No,
Ok,
50
perfecto.
años.
Hazle primero para legalizarlo y después mira los otros porque eso le va a dar un buen descuento.
Ok, gracias. Ok.
Okay, any more comments or questions from the board?
So does he have to drop?
No. Señor Nilo, quédese
espera.
¿Usted
aquí.
quiere que dice que vas a, how would you say withdraw?
Retirar.
Is he withdrawing or are we denying?
It's better if he withdraws the case
Okay.
because if he needs to come again, he can come. If not, he has to wait a year.
Necesita-
que-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Lo que tiene que decir es que pide que por favor retiremos el caso.
Para evitar la negación.
Ok, está bien.
Dígalo.
Dígalo.
¿Cómo digo?
Que quieren, que-
Voy a retirar la aplicación para seguir el caso, ¿no?
okay,
Ok,
Okay. Thank you.
so.
ok.
Ya.
lindo.
Suerte.
Gracias.
Okay,
We have to turn in the paper or?
Yes. Bueno, yeah.
You turn him the papers. To hit her, pero that. we
Okay,
do
so
that
item,
later.
item number 3 has been withdrawn by the applicant. It's request. Item number 4. Final decision to allow interior west side setback of 5 feet or 6 feet are required for an existing addition. Property is located at 451 East 35th Street, Hialeah, zoned R1, one family district. Applicant, Jose Carlos Hernandez.
buenas tardes, nombre y dirección, por favor, name and address.
Buenas
please.
tardes, mi nombre es José Carlos Hernández. Yo vivo en el 451 East de la 35 calle.
Gracias. Ella va a leerlo y después podemos hablar.
This property is located on the north side of East 35th Street between East 4th Avenue and East 5th Avenue. The property is improved with a single-family home built in 1950, with a screen porch added in 1955 and a carport added in 1963. Over the years, the screen porch was turned into a living area, including a bedroom, a dining room, a laundry room, and a storage area, and a family room was built at the rear east side of the main house. At this time, the applicant is before the city requesting an adjustment of the west side setback to 5 feet where 6 feet are required. The submitted plans reference these, the permits, however, show the bedroom, dining room, and laundry room as permitted under permit 3192, which was issued for a porch and not for the existing improvements. Given that the reduced side setback was already allowed when the porch was permitted in 1955, it may now be approved with the condition that the conversion of the porch into a living area gets also legalized. The recommendation is to approve with conditions.
¿Necesita que se lo traduzca?
Por favor.
Esta propiedad está ubicada en el lado norte de la calle 35 del Este, entre las avenidas Cuarta y Quinta del Este. La propiedad está mejorada con una vivienda unifamiliar construida en 1950 bajo el permiso 13522, con un porch agregado en 1955 con el permiso 30192 y un carport adicionado en 1963 bajo el permiso 62127. A través de los años, el porch fue convertido en un área para vivir que incluye un dormitorio, un comedor, un lavadero y un área de guardado. Y un family room fue construido en el lado este de la parte de atrás de la casa principal. En este momento, el aplicante está ante la ciudad pidiendo un ajuste del retiro lateral a 5 pies, donde 6 pies son requeridos. Los planos que fueron sometidos hacen referencia a los permisos antes mencionados. Sin embargo, muestran que el dormitorio, el comedor y el lavadero fueron permitidos bajo el permiso 30192. Sin embargo, ese permiso solo fue otorgado para un porche y no para las mejoras que existen actualmente. Dado que el retiro lateral reducido estaba ya permitido cuando se permitió el porche en el año 1955, pueden ahora ser aprobado con la condición que la conversión del porche a un área para vivir también quede legalizada. La recomendación es aprobar con estas condiciones.
¿Tienes alguna pregunta, un comentario, comments or questions?
No, yo creo que por lo que yo vengo es porque me aprueben y para poder pues, yo hacer, pues tengo algunas cositas que arreglar dentro de la casa, ¿no?
Okay. ¿Y entiendes la recomendación?
Do I need to translate it? Can you ¿Usted puede repetir lo que dijo, por favor, pero un poco más
Bueno,
despacio?
Disculpe.
él dijo que él necesita hacer esto.
English.
We need to translate it.
In English, sorry. He said that he said that what he needs to do is to finish this legalization and do other remodeling that he needs to do inside the house.
Okay. ¿Y entiendes las recomendaciones? Do you understand the recommendations?
¿Cuáles son las recomendaciones que van a dar?
Si entiende las recomendaciones que le dimos. He's asking which are the recommendations. La recomendación, por lo que yo acabo de leer, es que quien le hizo los planos le puso que hay ciertas partes de la casa que estaban permitidas, pero no estaban permitidas, porque revisamos los permisos y una estructura que se convirtió como un porche ahora tiene un dormitorio y tiene un lavadero y tiene un área de estoraje. Entonces, cuando usted haga las remodelaciones que tenga que hacer y haga las legalizaciones que tiene que hacer en el plano, tiene que incluir esas áreas que también las tiene que legalizar. ¿Entiende?
Bueno, claro.
What I did, I just explained like in detail the recommendation.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Yes,
Ella
your name
Ella
and
mía.
address,
Oh,
please.
okay, okay.
Hi, good evening, board. My name's Carla Matz, 164 Apache Street. My dad has been a 50-plus year resident of Hialeah. I was born and raised in Hialeah. So just to give you a little perspective, I obviously do not live in that house, but my dad and my mom are very gracious and they pick up my kids and my kids go to the house every single day. My dad and my mom inherited that house. He took care of an older man who died in 2019. He was widowed, didn't have any family, didn't have any children. My dad was his caretaker. And when he passed away, he gave my dad in his will the house. So a lot of those issues he's inherited. And of course, he wants to do the right thing. But I'm asking you for leniency because he is retired, my mom is retired, and they do live on fixed income.
No, the recommendation is approval, but we cannot waive the legalization. You need to legalize.
He's
what
saying
was
that he
done.
wants to do what he needs to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any comments or questions from the board? No? Anybody from the audience? ¿Alguien tiene algo que decir para este caso? No? All right. Closes part of the public hearing. What's the pleasure of the board?
Motion to approve with leniency.
Second that motion.
Here we have a motion by Mr. Jimenez, second by Mr. Iglesias. Mr. Santiesteban,
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias,
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez.
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa,
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez.
Yes.
Item has been approved with conditions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good
Gracias,
night.
muy amables.
Por nada.
Happy holidays.
Bye, you too. Happy holidays.
The Planning and Zoning Board recommendations for the following public hearing requests will be heard by the City Council at a scheduled meeting of Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. So item number 5 is a tabled item from our November 13th meeting. The applicant has requested to remain tabled, so no action in
No.
item number 5.
You want this back?
Yes, please. Miscellaneous items not requiring advertising. Item number 6, old business.
Any old business?
Okay, no old business. Item number 7, new business.
I hope all of you have a really good Christmas or happy holidays.
Thank you so much.
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays
yeah,
and
happy
Happy New
holidays.
Year's.
Last meeting of
Yes.
the year.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Our next
Lechon.
meeting will be January 15th,
Okay.
2025. Yep.
Yes.
All right. Let's